find the part of the ocean that, find a smaller bit of ocean, right? Like, don't swim with everybody else. Go find your own little bit of the ocean that's a little bit different from everybody else. And that's what Pagely did when they came out with the managed WordPress idea that nobody was doing, right? So I think the idea of like, if you're new, if you don't have a market, if you don't have customers or they're hard to come by, then I probably would get more laser focused on a message and a service so that you can laser target those type of people. But if you already have a lot of leads coming to the door like we do, then you can be a little bit more broad. Yeah, we do WooCommerce. We do a lot of other stuff with WordPress, right? That's one part of what we do. So I just think it's more challenging the less known you are, maybe the less experience you have. And that's where getting more specific about your services is probably going to help you, especially with all the noise out there with auto-generated content. And, there's a lot of noise of content right now. So trying to even sift through that to get your message out there is a challenge in its own.
I'm going to, like I said, we'll save that AI stuff and opportunity for WordPress for this next slide. But this is the one I want to just like quickly hit on, because I think that there are avenues out there for those that maybe want to exit their agency life, right? I think, if you're stuck out there going, is this still the business we want to run, or is this still the business I want to run? Do I want to keep up with this, sort of hand-to-hand combat kind of thing with agency life? There are plenty of, I actually saw a comment, and I'll find it when you take the mic in a second here. Somebody who's growing, fairly fast, but kind of hit a bit of a ceiling, and now they need to either partner with somebody or find somebody to bring on to help them expand this. I'm curious, like, how you think of, what makes you satisfied with running this business, and if at all, like, there are things that you go, if it ever went this way, I might not want to do this anymore. Like, how do you define, like, is this still the business you want to run?
Yeah, that's the big question. Every business owner, regardless of what you do, should be asking themselves, and probably does. I think at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy what you do, then it's probably time to start thinking about that, right? Like, now there's the last 4, 5, 6 years have been anything but normal in this space, and it's been hard. It's been hard for all of us. Like, we've all had to make tough decisions. We've all lost clients. We probably all had to let people go. Like, if you had employees, like, it's been difficult. So, I think it's easy when times are easy, everyone's like, this is awesome. The agency's popping up overnight. It's when times are challenging that you really see what some of these companies are made of, right? And how resilient they can be, because it's been a weird few years, right? And with no end in sight with all the new stuff coming in. So it's like, you have to constantly pivot. You're constantly up against some new, whatever hotness that's out there that says it's going to take down like your business and your livelihood because it's WordPress. Like, so, I think it's, I want to spin this to be positive. I don't want to end on the negative. But, it's challenging. There's been days that have negative. Yeah, there's been days that just suck, right? There's been days that have been just some of the worst days of my life running this company, right? And there's been days that I couldn't be more prouder of the things that we've done, and just been like, wow, it's just amazing that I get to do this every day. So those are the highs and lows of running a business. But I'll tell you what, the average is somewhere in the middle, right? Yeah. And our buddy Brett, who is one of my friends, he runs an agency, he's been doing it longer than me, very much, look up to him and his advice. He's like, regardless of what you think, your best days and your best days are not as good as you think, and your worst days are not as bad as you think, right?